On the glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash, the bonus to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to the Akim that's out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. This want to be a sort of a quick video. This is a video put up by GMS South Carolina 08, Elder Manat Zatba of the South Carolina, elder of the South Carolina camp. So this is like he titled the video, "Why Does Satan Never Get Punished?" That's what this woman here was talking about. You know, name of the Bible. You know, give me, show me a time in the Bible where Satan got punished for his action, this, that, and the other. And you know, right out the bat, as as we usually do, we just get the answer flat out. You know what I mean? It's because Satan. what? So here's a better question. Here's another way to ask that question, right? Name a time in the Bible where the Lord punished somebody for doing exactly what he told them to do. Right? And I'm saying that because that's pretty much what the Elder Manat Zatba already said. It's because Satan works for the Lord. Satan does what the Lord. Satan is literally one of the Lord's disciples. You could just pretty much say that, right? It's like he's like the Lord's right-hand man, right? Satan does exactly. And you know what this woman this question that this woman asked, this is what you should be asking towards those Christians that believe that Satan is fighting the Lord. Well, if that's the case, how come Satan never got punished? All right? Satan never got punished, right? And again, for good reasons. It's because he's doing exactly what the Lord told him to do. So why in the world would anybody get punished for doing what the Lord told him to do? Now I'm doing this video till I'm going into the other flip side. Because it's almost like, but she did say that, the people that get tempted by Satan, the ones that get punished so cold. Now, this kind of sounds, when I first got, when I first saw the title of this video, I was kind of thinking like, that she was getting ready to say what everybody else says. Well, the wicked never get punished. It seemed like the wicked flourish. Right? How come the wickedness is seeding, and the righteous seems weak? That's the way I kind of thought that she was kind of want to take that, But like the Elder Manat Zatba said, she a scoffer anyway. But for anybody, now I'm doing this video for anybody that thinks like that, how come, the wicked always seems like they're prevailing, you know what I mean? They getting quote unquote blessed. Blessed with these big houses, these big cars, and these, they live longer than some of the most, kindest, most generous people and stuff like that. So the direction, hospitals. Why in the world did it pop up hospitals? So the direction that I'm going to take this at is Hosea 4:14, all right, says, "I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, nor your spouses when they commit adultery." This is why you have the wicked, wicked 2/3, that get away with so much stuff. But the thing is, they're not getting away. It's just that with this scripture here, right? It says, "I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, nor your spouses when they commit adultery. For themselves are separated with whores, right? And they sacrifice with harlots. Therefore, the people that doth not understand shall fall." So the thing is, like I said, they're not getting away with it, all right? They're not getting away with it, This is why when you're in annoying, you can, let's say you as an Israelite know better, and you eat a thing of crabs or you eat a thing of pork, and you immediately get sick. All right? I know because not me myself did it, but I've heard certain things. I've done certain other things that I know full well that I wasn't supposed to do, being in this truth, right? And I got God for it immediately. But everybody else can do it and get away with it, and they're like it's just everyday life, which it is everyday life with them. To us, it's not, And it wasn't committing adultery and no other crazy stuff, right? But I'm just saying it could be the smallest, minute little thing. It could be the smallest, minute little thing, and you get punished for it. Because it's just like, you know full well that you wasn't supposed to do that. Man, what you doing, man? You know, what you doing? You ain't got no business doing this. You ain't this, that, and the third, man. You ain't got no business doing it. So what you doing, man? Right? Yeah, the Lord will get you for that. The Lord will get you immediately. But these people out here, they could commit adultery. These women can run around and do what they want to do. You know, these men can run around, do what they want to do, and it seems like they just get away with it all day long, man. All day long. Hell, some of them seem like they even grow old and die off in wickedness. You know, and that's just what it is, man. You know, because the Lord is not concerned with the wicked. All right. The Lord does what? Let me get this real quick. Right. So I just typed in the word chasteneth because I'm putting this towards a parent, you know, and the Lord punishing us, you know, because when a parent punishes his, you know, their children, you know, or you know, make some, even if their children is grown, you know, they make some, you know, lifestyle or try their very best to make some lifestyle changes, you know, to help, you know, their children through. Is because they love them. They doing it because they don't want their children to fall. You know what I mean? So when your parent, that's why that's why these children are just so ridiculously out of control, because the love that is being taught in this society is all wrong. Okay, it's all wrong. Number one, this stuff is not love. This is just parents trying to be friends with their children, and it's just like, what is this, right? It's just like, what is this, right? So, Proverbs 13:24, he that spareth his rod hateth. He that spareth his rod hateth his son. He that loveth him chasteneth him betimes. Right. So if you love your children, what does this word chasteneth mean? All right, like chastising. All right, what is this word chasteneth? Right. Oops, like it. Discipline. That's all it is. Discipline. You know, correction. There has to be, and that's exactly what this place is lacking right now. Is discipline, correction, and fear. Just lack of chastising, man. A big lack of chastising. And this just doesn't go for children. This goes for grown people too. This is why people are undisciplined when they drive. This is why grown people, you know, walk up at McDonald's and start throwing ketchup packets and cups and whatever else at the damn workers that work in there, man, because everybody's so undisciplined, man. Just undisciplined animals. All right. So that's all that means is chastening. Now, Hebrews 12:6, it says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, right, and scourgeth every son whom will he receive. Right. So let's get that other word. Scourge. If you hear me stuttering, I don't have my glasses on, man. It's bad. Okay, the scourge. When I get that in there, go ahead and get that in here. All right. So scourge. So okay, yep. Severe affliction. All right. Hardship. All right. Instrument of punishment. So this, as we see here, this could be used for, you know, torture. But if you're out there torturing anybody, you don't love them. I'm just, you know, I shouldn't have to put that out there, but you know, you torturing anybody. So, and you could say, you know, and now what I said kind of almost sounds contradictory, right? If you're out there torturing people, you wouldn't love them. Well, you could easily say, because, you know, everybody knows the great millstone doctrine, and or I guess some Israelites say it, other Israelites say it as well, that, you know, we were in slavery and it's punishment, but we will always say, yeah, it's torture, and these devils Esau Edom has to pay for that. You know, like you say, you could easily say that, but again, the Lord's thoughts are not our thoughts, or should I say, our thoughts are not the Lord's thoughts. So let me say that. right? So his definition of punishment and our definition of punishment could be a little different. I mean, we earthly. That's just what it is. That's a whole different spiritual being right there, right? That's just what it is, man. Do I have a legitimate answer? Well, yeah, that is my legitimate answer. You trying to dive deeper into that? I don't have an answer for you, man. Maybe you go to one of the other brothers. Maybe they have a better answer for you. But when it comes to that, you know, and I'm saying this because the Lord is punishing whom He loves, right? As a whole nation, we're all being punished because He loves us as a whole nation. All right. Individually, now we deal with punishments inside of punishments now, right? You deal with kind of like almost kind of like two different forms of punishment. You have like a greater punishment, and then you have like a individual punishment, because now we have because you have a chosen inside of the chosen. You have the elect, all right? You have the elect, which is inside of the chosen people as a whole. Here, the other punishment, now you're dealing with individual punishments, right? Because they're being punished in a different way, but not the same kind of punishment according to like the law, or like I say, not the law, but not according to, like I said, like individually, because you're in the truth and you're in the knowing, right? Versus them still being punished, but that's a whole, like I say, so-called capital punishment. All right, but you see what I'm saying? Everybody knowing sees what I'm saying. You as you in the knowing that you're not supposed to do certain things like commit adultery, eat pork, and this, that, and the other, right? You're going to get punished and dealt with immediately on the spot, right? The Lord might make you sick. The Lord might just do something. I don't know. Versus the people out there, yes, they're all still in a punishment, but you see they keep getting away with committing adultery and, it's pretty much just going off with sin, right? This is why when you see people leave and bug out of the truth, which they never were in the truth, they end up way worse than a person that you see in the world. They start looking bad. They start looking way worse than anybody that you see in the world that's been committing sin, right? So anyway, man, that's pretty much all I got on this. That's that Hebrews Hosea 4. They themselves are separated with wickedness, and the Lord's not concerned with them, all right? At a higher level, let me say, all right? So anyway, giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Shalom.